favorite with a U, favor with a U, honor, even that with a U.
What job edits to make here? Chop, chop.
Good morning, New Canaan High School. I'm AJ Boyd, coming to you live from the NCTV studio. Today is Friday, March 6th, and a day G. And you know what, Harv? I have really enjoyed the weather this week, and I hope everyone else did too.
So true, AJ. It's definitely much better than the rain back home. Anyways, I'm Harvey Duplack, and on today's show, we have the latest on what New Canaan is doing about the coronavirus, what is Ram Jam, and finally, the 2020 CareerCon is coming up. But before we get started, please join us as we rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our top story this morning is the coronavirus. As you know, New York, along with other surrounding states, have confirmed cases of the virus. And with our close proximity to these areas, students, many of you are wondering, will it hit CT, and more specifically, New Canaan? Reporter McKenna Usher sat down with school nurse Miss Imbragno to find out how the school administration is tackling the issue.
We have such a great staff here at New Canaan High School and in the district. So Principal Egan is in daily contact with our superintendent, the public health department, the CDC. Just make sure when you wash your hands, there should be paper towels in the bathroom. If they're not, do your best to just use your elbow to turn the faucet off.
Now, as far as what students can do to help protect themselves, Ms. Imbragno has some simple, easy tips.
Just make sure when you wash your hands, there should be paper towels in the bathroom. If they're not, do your best to just use your elbow to turn the faucet off. Try to maybe use a sleeve to open up the door of the bathroom, just so if somebody isn't washing their hands, you're protecting yourself.
Thanks for that information, Ms. Imbragno, and rest assured, the school already has contingency plans in case things get worse. I'll make sure to wash my hands frequently and stock up on that $40 hand sanitizer on Amazon.
Same here, AJ. $40. Attention NCHS, are you interested in a career in automotive, healthcare, manufacturing, computer operations, construction, or just attending a trade school? Then you're in luck. So you should check out the CareerCon 2020. This is Connecticut's largest career occupation expo, taking place at Dunkin' Donuts Park in Hartford, Connecticut on March 19th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Over 40 post-secondary occupational schools will come and talk about their schools and their educational offerings. Administration is free. There's a great opportunity to learn more about these great career opportunities. If you have any questions, go to www.careercon.org.
Harv, what if you want to be a model? Well, if you do, you're in luck, because Ram Jam is on March 27th. For those of you who plan on going to senior prom, would like to support the seniors, or are just looking for a fun Friday night filled with music, dancing, and fashion, this is the place to be. While tickets are no longer being sold during the lunch waves, they can be purchased at nchs-pfa.org/postpromfashionshow. Unfortunately, all participating spots are taken, but you still have the opportunity to sign up for both the lip sync and dance portion using the same link to purchase tickets. All proceeds go directly towards the senior post-prom, so try your best to make an appearance.
AJ, I've always dreamed of walking down the runway in a nice dress. I meant suit. Anyways, the talent that some students in this school have is incredible. This past Monday, the 8th annual Through Our Eyes exhibit held its opening night at the Carriage Barn Arts Center and featured the work of over 100 NCHS students. The exhibit includes films, photographs, digital artwork, graphic designs, drawings, paintings, mixed media, printmaking, jewelry, and even bookmaking. The amazing work will be on display through March 20th. Don't miss out the opportunity to see some of the amazing work, and make sure to congratulate anyone who had a piece showcased.
Now, many of you should have filled out your classes for next year, but if there's a class that you would like to take but were not recommended for, you can fill out an appeal form found on the NCHS website, requesting a spot in a specific class. Teachers will be able to look at the students' third quarter grades and reconsider them for placements in classes they wish to take. Students also have the opportunity to reflect on why they want to take a certain course. Forms are due April 1st, so don't let this one slide.
AJ, as you said earlier, the weather this week has just been amazing. And you know what? I bet the athletes have loved playing outside in this weather.
I bet they have, Harvey. I mean, but obviously you're not a sports guy because every sport being played right now are indoor sports. So let's send it over to someone who actually knows what they're talking about. Dylan Pescator. Dylan?
Thank you, guys. Harvey, you'll get him next time. I'll teach you a few things. Thank you, AJ. Our Rams have been hard at work as they look to bring home the hardware in postseason play. So let's jump right into it. I'm Dylan Pescator, and this is your Rams Sports Report. Let's start off on the mats with wrestling. Last weekend, the usual stars, senior captain Tyler Sung, junior captain Matt Benevento, and junior Ben Clay went up to New Haven to compete in state opens. No surprise here, Tyler Sung repeated as champ in the 152-pound class. I'm not sure that guy ever loses. Next up for Tyler is New England's this weekend in Massachusetts, so creep up the great season. Now, let's go to the pool. This week, the boys swim and dive team traveled to SCX in Greenwich for their biggest meet of the season to date, and on Wednesday, the diving finals took place alongside the swimming qualifiers. There were certainly some big performances, including from senior diver James Ragusa, who placed second overall, and as a squad, NC would also take the third, fourth, and seventh places, with performances from seniors Jackson Cameron, George Moore, and sophomore Jack Krug, respectively. From the swimmers, senior Patrick Colwell tied the FCX record in the 100 freestyle, qualifying first. Last night at swimming finals, Colwell won the 100 free, and swimmers Bart Codd, junior John Franco Pasolini, freshman Ben Madden, and Colwell came second in the medley relay, earning all FCX honors. The team placed 4 overall. Great job, guys. To the hardware we go. Girls B-ball qualified for Class L state tournament for the second straight season with a 10-10 record, and as a 19th seed, they traveled all the way up to the upstate in Storrs, the home of UConn, but they didn't play the Huskies. They would play 14th seed E.O. Smith. This is where their season would unfortunately end, losing 37-22, but it was the Rams' best season in a decade, and we look to see more of it next year. Congrats to the 6 seniors who helped revitalize the program. Now let's head to the team everyone's talking about, boys hockey. They earned a bye through the first round of FCX, meaning they played Ridgefield in the second round on Wednesday night. You know NCTV was there, so let's roll the tape. Guys came out a bit slow in the first, but got stronger as the game went on. We head to the second period here where Nick McDaniels went down the left side, throws it in front, it's loose in the crease and poked in by senior captain Justin Wheatfeld. Ridgefield tied it up at 1 5 minutes later, but shorthanded, the Rams say no problem for Nick McDaniels. He goes backhand to give New Canaan a 2-1 lead. Into the third now, Ridgefield on the power play, 8 to go, and they pass it across to Luke Welsh, who makes a nice move here and scores to tie it up. No other goals are scored in the third, so we go to overtime. Ridgefield started out on the attack here, going down the right side and throwing it in the crease. Freshman goalie Bo Johnson needed to dive across and make a huge save to keep the Rams' FCX hopes alive. The Rams got some offense as well as Ridgefield turns the puck over here. Griffin Dean creating the turnover, shooting. Sam Ives on the rebound, but it was kept out. 1 overtime gone, no goals scored, so we go to the second overtime, and here's what happened.
Shane Mettler to the backhand, looks to throw it in front, has Zom, throws it in front, still loose. Mettler scores! Shane Mettler says good night, New Canaan, to the final.
Yes, that was me talking, and thank you for listening. Anyways, we go to quick hits now, where we'll start with the girls hockey team. They went to FCX championships and had a huge game Saturday, facing off with Darien. They were down 2-0 early and made multiple comeback attempts, but sadly they were not enough. Falling 4-2, freshman Amanda Benson put in a pair of goals. Girls are back at it tomorrow versus Suffield for the second round of states, 5 o'clock at Darien Ice House. Boys B-ball suffered a tough loss in the first round of FCX to 1-seeded Ridgefield 60-37. Their season is not over though, as they'll host a D3 state playoff game as the 13th seed next week versus Bloomfield, which NCTV will be live streaming at 6:30 Monday night. Ian on the call as usual. Last Saturday, cheerleading went up to Woodland Regional High School for a competition and placed second. Their season finishes tomorrow at States up in New Haven. Finally, it's been a while, but we're going to talk about some fencing. We have some students who not only do it, but is a star in it. Junior Mark Levin went up to the Connecticut State High School Championships in the men's saber event and came home with the gold and a first place finish. He's not done yet though, as later this month he'll head west to Detroit, Michigan to compete in the North American Championship. What a job by Mark. Well, that's it for me, NCHS. What a week in sports, and it continues tomorrow. Since the FCI can't figure out how to correctly distribute tickets, and trust me, I know how mad you guys are that you're locked out of the game, you can still watch us and listen to me on our stream on NCTV YouTube. Harv and AJ, back to you guys.
Thank you, Dylan. And you know what? With our winter sports coming to an end, this winter weather also has to be coming to an end. But honestly, AJ, I would not be shocked if next week is back to freezing cold temperatures.
Yeah, well, Arby, I hope that's not the case. So to find out if this week's great weather will continue, let's send it over to Amelie Lenotte for the latest. Amelie?
Thanks, guys, for that warm welcome. And speaking of this weather this past week, it's been warming up, and thankfully next week is going to look even warmer. What's up, NCHS? I'm Amelie Lenotte here to give you this weekend's weather. We woke up this morning with temps in the mid-30s, which will only rise into the high 40s later today. These temps will be accompanied by some rain in the afternoon, so make sure to pack an umbrella and a jacket when heading out. And if you thought today's temps were a bit chilly, you're definitely not going to like Saturday, because it'll be starting with a low in the low 30s and will only rise into the low 40s. Partly cloudy skies are going to accompany these temps, making Saturday a great day to stay indoors and get all your homework done in preparation for Sunday's warm weather. Sunday will be the one weekend day I know I'm looking forward to, because it will have the warmest temperatures of the weekend, starting with a low in the low 30s and ending with a high in the mid-50s. Bright and sunny skies are going to be accompanying this beautiful weather, so make sure to get outside and soak up the sun. Looking into next week, we're going to be experiencing a range of temps from the high 40s to the low 60s, and a mix of cloudy, clear, and rainy skies. With this kind of weather, it's pretty clear that spring is on its way, so let's all hope that this warm weather sticks around. I know I'm going to try and get out to enjoy the sun this weekend, and you guys definitely should too. That's all from me, NCHS. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Amelie. I know I'm super excited for the rising temperatures. Harvey, it looks like we've got some birthday cakes to make, as we would like to wish a very happy birthday to Braden Bavoso, Garrett Ladley, and Nicholas Lambrinos. And just to remind all of you, the spring dance was unfortunately canceled, which means prom is right around the corner.
And just before we go, we'd also like to congratulate our March students and teachers of the month. Congratulations to freshmen Hunter Telesco and Max Alert, sophomores Matt Axon and Claire Mahoney, juniors Chloe Adams and Carter Ellis, and seniors Daniel DeCruz and Ethan Hughes. And let's not forget about the amazing teachers, starting with Miss Baghdadi for science, Miss Atiempo, sorry for my pronunciation there, from Food Services, and everyone's favorite IT man, Mr. Smith. And then also Mr. Summer of the CTE, and Counselor Miss Vernon, and the entire Social Studies department. Amazing job, guys. Congratulations to you all, and we hope you have a great weekend. This has been Harvey Duplock.
And I'm AJ Boyd. If you have any announcements, please email us at nctv78@gmail.com. Also, make sure to follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our YouTube channel at nctv78. We leave you now with some of the awesome artwork on display right now at the Throw Our Eyes exhibit. That's it for us here in the studio. Have a great weekend, guys.
And we'll see
you next week, NCHS.